Hi, and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be talking about ethical investing, and it's the first presentation of a two-part series. And in this one, it will be an introduction into the general environment, no pun intended, of ethical investing and what really is out there as a framework for you as an investor. So we'll start off by talking about socially responsible investing, and then move on to impact investing, which is in a more even specific way of investing. Then we'll touch on the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Starting off with socially responsible investing, and it's often abbreviated to SRI, and this term may come out when you're looking for investments. Very broadly speaking, it's an investment strategy, as I say here, that considers both financial and social returns or social goods. And the idea is actually relatively new, sadly enough, in the history of finance to really be bringing those two together. I think in the past it was the government would look after the social and the markets would look after the financials. But now enormous companies have so much power, often even more resources than the governments, that there's a big push to make sure that these companies are also looking after the social good. And SRI is pretty much an umbrella term, and it encompasses many different styles of investing, and all within an ethical framework, of course. And it's synonymous with these terms here that I put down, in case you see them and it confuses you, because as I talk about in other videos, one of the biggest issues always is this terminology, which is always quite multiple terms meaning the same thing. So sustainable investing, responsible investing, socially conscious investing, ethical investing, green investing, all really mean the same thing as socially responsible investing. There might be slight differences each time someone uses it, but they pretty much mean the same thing. So then impact investing. This is a more specific term, and it's a subset of socially responsible investing, or SRI. But in this case, when people use it, they mean to say that investments are made with the intention of generating a positive and measurable social and environmental impact alongside a financial return. So this is as defined by a global impact investing network. So the idea is that when you're investing with impact, it's got a positive benefit. It's not necessarily just investing in things that aren't bad, but really you're putting your money and hoping that the people who you're giving it to will actually be essentially doing some sort of social good. And usually the kinds of industries that invest in it, as you can see here, agriculture, renewable energy, conservation, microfinance, and affordable services for people. So as you can see here, it's often addressing some sort of issue. And the next thing that's important to talk about and understand when it comes to this context of generally ethical investing is the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs as it's abbreviated to. And this might also come up when you're looking at ethical investments. And this is a UN based charter, I suppose, of 17 goals for sustainable development. And it was created in 2015 by the UN as part of their 2030 agenda for sustainable development. And you can go through each one in more detail, and you can find it on the UN website, and they're all very worthy causes, and a lot of companies are looking to see how they can address these particular areas. So I hope this was a useful insight and introduction into ethical investing, and in the next presentation we'll be going into more specific ways that you can find companies and investments that fit into these particular frameworks. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.